Yes, thanks for coming. It's so good to have you here.
Thanks so much.
So we caught up a few weeks ago over coffee, and I reckon we could have spent all day together.
We could.
So I might get you to probably, for those watching, maybe introduce yourself and your business.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I'm Jess Hodge, the co-founder of Resourceful Living, alongside my husband, and we take waste plastic and transform it into awesome products.
I love that. And what sort of products?
So we've got two sides of the business. So we've got construction side, so think wheel stops, survey pegs, formwork, hoarding, and then we've got, I guess, more the fun side, which is, you know, your dining tables, office desks, kitchen bench tops. So those products that are really long lasting and stay in the area for ages. On our honeymoon, we went around Southeast Asia and got to do a bit of exploring, and I was really shocked to see the amount of plastic waste that would wash up onto the beaches each morning through the tides. Growing up and going to foster during school holidays, it really was one of those early 20s moments where I went, oh my goodness, I can't have this happen at home. COVID hit, and Jeff and I were like, no. There's never a good time to start a business, let's just do it. And we started Resourceful Living in the garage.
And Jeff's an engineer too, isn't he?
So very helpful when dealing with recycled plastic. So he is a mechanical materials and sustainable engineer, so extremely helpful. And I think that's why we work so well together, because we definitely have our own paths and own roles that we rarely cross over, hence you'll see me doing this and he will be making
He'll be in the back end of it all. You're here in the Hunter.
Yes.
Obviously you've grown, and from our conversations, you've grown up in Curry, which is where your manufacturing business is. But what makes you so passionate about this region?
I just find the people, the businesses, the business owners, like, it's just an amazing area to be part of. Like, you know, you get a bit of the city hustle and bustle without, you know, it being like Sydney, but you also then get the beautiful country feel, and, you know, you can escape and go up to Muswellbrook and Scone and feel like you're a million miles away for a weekend. But yeah, I love raising a family here. It's lovely.
You've gone through your own challenges in the last 12 months, which essentially would highlight the available community to you as well as you and the company giving back to the community. When
we moved to Curry, that's when we started to get more people involved, which was really exciting. And we engaged Maywell to work with us. And that was extremely helpful, because one thing I'm really proud of is we've got such a broad range of positions available. So it's really amazing that just locally we're able to employ people of you know, all different skill sets. I think it's really heartwarming that we're able to be a business that can employ local people, and you know, they come to work and are part of the Curry community. And you did have some challenges 12 months ago when your facility burnt down. So that was a bit of a challenge, I would say. It was definitely one of those moments in your life where you're not really ever handed, you know, I guess, a fork in the road. But it was definitely one of those moments where Jeff and I realised that all we want to do is provide a product that lessens the requirement of virgin plastic. And, you know, if you've ever wondering if you had that drive, that was the perfect time to be like, nah, this is what we want to do. It felt like the entire Hunter business community just like gave us a big hug and was like, let's go, like we can do it all together. I mean, it's put a lot of things into perspective.
Yeah.
But if anything, it definitely has increased my drive even more.
Yeah.
And yeah, over the past 12 months, we've just been rebuilding. And then early next year, our new site that's on the old land should be up and ready for moving in, which is super exciting.
Yeah. You're waiting for your new facility to open up.
Yeah.
It's very exciting, and you've got a much smaller facility at the moment. Where are you guys at the moment, and how are you navigating the smaller site but still producing the same level of production?
Yeah, so we're actually exactly next door.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's easy.
Yeah, it was. So we can walk out of our current shed and have a look how next door is progressing.
Going. Yeah.
So when everything happened last year, our neighbours ended up moving out, and so we were able to occupy that space.
Yep.
And just to give us a little bit more room, we've built one of those igloos with the shipping containers just to give some more undercover space.
Yeah.
And I guess the best one is that we're just staying quite lean at the moment, so that you know, we've got a bit of movement, especially with forklifts. And then once we're back into our new facility, we'll be able to then go to that next level of expansion, which is super exciting.
Once you get into your new, well, back home, but into what is the new facility, like what are the goals for you?
So we've got a few goals, but definitely one is expanding throughout Australia.
Yeah.
So we're really mindful of, we are using a recycled product, we want to be sustainable, and one of those is logistics and the movement of waste.
Yeah.
So one thing that we're looking at is being able to create satellite areas that then, you know, you could then buy product from your own town's waste, for example.
Yeah.
So rather than waste coming to our headquarters, so Curry will be our headquarters, but looking to expand and provide clients that, you know, if they're in another state, then it's their state's waste as well.
Yeah.
So we don't import any waste at all. So everything that's made is made using like Australian waste and more often than not New South Wales waste. And so we're really passionate on trying to do the same then in other locations, so it's not, you know, there's so much air when you ship plastic, so trying to minimise that is definitely what we're aiming for.
And so we touched a little bit earlier around, I guess, opportunities and your workforce. If you were to expand and grow, what sort of skill sets will you be looking for and opportunities will you have out there? Yeah,
definitely. So one that comes straight to mind is definitely cabinet makers.
Yeah.
Pretty much working with plastic is very similar to wood, so those skills are hugely transferable, which is great. Other roles of trades like fitters, as well as then your industrial designers.
Yeah.
We work with about 14 different types of plastic. Each of those plastics have their own weights, their pros and cons, like how they fare in weather, how you do machine them.
Yeah.
So we would look to open up more engineering, so that our goal is by taking in all the different types of plastic, we can then provide a long-lasting product.
Yeah. Okay.
So for an example, PET is not that great outside in the weather. Yeah. So that's not a plastic type that I would then use as an outdoor picnic table, for example. So really understanding those different types of plastics, so that when people are purchasing, they're getting the longevity out of it.
Yeah.
And then on the total flip side of, well, then I guess inside, then we've got, you know, roles like marketing and accounts. And then, on the other side, at the very start of the process, we then have roles that include just sorting plastic, and that's by both colour and type. We do that so that at the end product, clients can choose, I'd like white with a splash of blue. We're very mindful of showing how beautiful recycled can look rather than it just being rainbow every time, which can be hard to match in interior design. But we do a lot of training on site, and the employees that we've got had no previous experience with plastic prior to working with us.
Yeah.
So, but there's so much to learn and there's so much growth, and waste is such a big problem that trying to find these different avenues and products that can be utilised, I mean, it saves our landfills.
And you've mentioned to me before that you're involved with initiatives within schools as well.
Yeah, so we do a lot of education, which is fantastic. We're really passionate about that side because you don't really get to see manufacturing.
No.
So we're really passionate of going, we do a lot of incursions to schools where we take all the different plastic products that we've got, and then we take our machine and they're able to make, at the moment they're making key rings.
Oh, wow.
And they're able to, see it from a raw material be created into something that then they can take home.
It's something tangible for them to actually see from what they consider to be rubbish.
Exactly, yeah. And throughout the program, we get them to weigh different plastic waste, materials. So, a milk carton or a shampoo bottle. And then they get to weigh one of our finished products or a few of them. And we get to work out how much waste actually went into a finished product. Every time we do the education pieces, the students, and we've done quite a lot of over 55 residential areas as well.
My God.
So age doesn't matter, everyone enjoys it.
Yeah.
But just seeing their eyes go, oh wow, like it's not, one shampoo bottle for one, product on the, it's actually quite a lot. Anything that leaves our factory comes back for recycling end of life, and so we can just go round and round.
So one thing I'd really love to understand, and I'm sure so many people might ask this question, but we have so much household plastic ourselves. Like, how does a household get their plastic to you, or where do you source it from, or what would that look like? Yeah, no,
that's an excellent question. We get asked this all the time. So at the moment, we're not open to the public.
Okay.
But the best thing that you can do is actually take it to your local council. So we have quite a lot of partnerships with the local councils, especially Newcastle Council.
Yeah.
And so they actually sort all the plastic into a bin, and then they'll bring a large bin to site where we then will sort and create product from that. So at the moment, that is definitely the best option, is get it to Summer Hill, and we can organise from there.
You've found this incredible passion and you've turned it into this business, which is very successful and will continue, by the sounds of it, to evolve. How have you aligned? I'm so curious to understand. You're driven by the passion?
I would say I'm driven by the passion. I actually, only last night we were chatting and I was saying, I learn something new every single day.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm a very open person trying to find new ways, new alternatives.
Yeah.
I guess a little bit is probably a personal part of my personality. So as soon as my husband and I started living together pre-married, I started a monthly budget. That's just me personally. Like, I do it every single month. And so I think those sorts of skills have come across into the business. So being able to really understand risk and reward, but also knowing when to make the leap.
Yep.
And also, I guess with Jeff and I I am definitely more of the bubbly, out there personality. But I think that works really well because we both have the same goals and dreams for the business, but we can also see different perspectives.
Which is what you need when trying to lift it off the ground.
And we've been doing something so new that not even Google or AI could give us the answers. So a lot of the business as well at the very beginning was all about just that resilience of trying until something worked. And then slowly and gradually, adding things in and, coming up with more of a product range and...
Yeah. Because it's one of those things when there's so many people out there that have incredible ideas, but then it's putting it into play to then create a successful business. Have you had mentors along the way, or has it really been you and Jeff just making it work?
In 2022, we did get accepted into the I2N Accelerator course.
Yeah.
So that was a 10-week course that led us into the ecosystem of other startups and entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And that really helped us to narrow down, our selling points and customers. We've got a couple of great mentors that we have. We've got a really good business plan in terms of also the different goals that we want to meet.
Yeah.
And I think that also helps the drive because we know where we want to get to. And I think it really gives the good stepping stones. Whereas if we were just going blind, I think it would be a lot harder to really narrow and focus. I mean, there's been times that we definitely want to give up when they haven't worked or something. Whereas, having the road, I guess, to be like, this is where we're going to get to in 5 years has really helped to drive it more.
And sheer determination. Sheer determination. Not even a fire can stop you.
No, we recycle. We just recycle ourselves.
Yeah, thank you so much. It was so good to have you here.
Thank you so much.
I've certainly loved having you and our catch-ups, and I'm sure we'll have many more.
Yes, definitely.
But it was really good to hear more about your business, and I hope this gives an opportunity for those that haven't had exposure to you to be able to see the impact that you're having locally. And I'm really looking forward to see what that evolves into for us as a national opportunity as well.
Thank you so much for having me. I've had so much fun.
Take 50.
It's been 84 years.
Titanic.
Sorry.